Hello and welcome back to ENG Engine, and my name is Bharati. In the previous video, we learnt the type 1 transformation in the degrees of comparison. This video has the type 2 transformation. I guess you remember the type 1 rules. Now let us learn the type 2. In the type 2, positive degree begins with very few. Comparative degree has many other or most other. We use either many other or most other in the comparative degree. And the basic rule, that is ER or the more than, is mandatory. This is the rule for if the positive degree has very few. In the superlative, it is one of the most or one of the adjective plus est. So positive degree begins with very few. Comparative degree has many other or most other. And superlative degree has one of the most or one of the adjective plus est form. Let us understand easily with some examples. The positive degree, as I told, it begins with very few. Very few fruits are as nutritious as pomegranate. This as nutritious is the basic rule. This very few is type 2. Important thing that you should remember is, in this rule, that is after very few, the noun that follows will be a plural form. In type 1, that is when the positive degree began with no other, the noun that followed will be in singular form. But here, after very few, the noun that follows will have a plural form. So very few fruits are as nutritious as pomegranate. In the comparative degree, pomegranate is more nutritious than, this is the basic rule, more nutritious than most other fruits. Most other, this is the type 2 rule. This is the type 2. And you can see here fruits, this is also in plural form. Here we have fruits in the plural form, and similarly fruits here also in the plural form. In the superlative degree, as we began with pomegranate in the comparative degree, we begin with the same pomegranate in the superlative degree also. So pomegranate is one of the most nutritious fruit. So this one of the is type 2. So we begin positive degree with very few. In the comparative degree, we use either most other or many other. In the superlative degree, we use one of the. Next example, in the positive degree, again we begin with very few. Very few vehicles are as costly as BMW car. So this as costly as is the basic rule. This is type 2, very few, we begin with very few. In the comparative, the last word in the positive degree is BMW car, so we begin with that. BMW car is costlier than many other, we use either many other or most other vehicles. So this costlier than is the basic rule, and this many other is type 2. And you can notice here, after very few, the noun that follows has a plural form. Similarly, the noun here is also a plural form. In the superlative degree, we begin with BMW car again. BMW car is one of the costliest cars. BMW car is one of the costliest cars. Here too, the noun will be a plural form. Next example. Very few books are as interesting as Wings of Fire. Again, we have started the sentence with very few. Very few. Here books is plural form. Very few books are as interesting as, the basic rule, as Wings of Fire. Here comparative degree. The last noun is Wings of Fire, so we begin with that. Wings of Fire is more interesting than. This is the basic rule, and this is the structure for the second type. Wings of Fire is more interesting than most other books. Again, here the noun is plural. In the superlative degree, we begin with Wings of Fire. Wings of Fire is one of the most interesting books. Again, books is plural form. So one of the most, this is the structure of type 2. I guess you understood. This marks the end of type 2. It may feel confusing for beginners. You will feel easy if you watch the video for a couple of times. Let's meet in the next video with the next type. Kindly hit on the subscribe button and the bell icon. Give a thumbs up and share the video to someone who may find this video useful. Thanks for watching.